You learned early how to read a room before you learned how to read yourself. You could feel a mood shift before a voice changed. You noticed the tightness in the air, the pause before footsteps, the silence that meant something was about to break. You became the one who smiled first, the one who softened their voice, the one who stepped in, not because you wanted to, but because tension felt dangerous. You learned that harmony was survival, that if everyone else stayed calm, you might be safe. So you swallowed your needs before they made noise. You translated emotions that weren't yours. You carried responsibility that never belonged to you. And somewhere deep inside, you started believing this was who you were meant to be. But tell me, when you were always the peacemaker, who was keeping the peace inside you?
Being the peacemaker didn't mean you were calm. It meant you were constantly monitoring, scanning faces, adjusting yourself mid-sentence, editing your reactions before they reached your mouth. You learned to sense disappointment like a weather change, to anticipate anger before it arrived. You became skilled at smoothing over moments, even when they cut into you. Your nervous system stayed on alert, even during quiet, especially during quiet, because silence taught you it was never empty, it was loaded. You weren't praised for having needs. You were praised for being easy, for being mature, for understanding too much too soon. You didn't cause trouble, you prevented it, and that prevention slowly became your identity.
You didn't choose this role because you liked it. You chose it because conflict felt like abandonment waiting to happen, because someone had to hold everything together, and you were the one who noticed first when it started to crack. You learned that love came with conditions, that closeness required you to stay small, helpful, emotionally fluent in everyone except yourself. So, you became invisible in plain sight, present but rarely met, needed but not known. Grief settled quietly, not the loud kind, the kind that lives in your chest and never gets named. You weren't broken, you adapted. You became what the moment demanded, again and again, until you forgot there were other ways to exist.
As you grew older, the role followed you, into friendships, into love, into rooms where you kept translating silence into safety. You became the one who held emotional space, who diffused tension with humor, who apologized first, even when you hadn't hurt anyone. Your body learned to stay ahead of danger, jaw tight, breath shallow, heart ready. Rest felt unfamiliar, stillness felt suspicious, because peace had always been something you had to earn. But underneath the role, there was still a child who wanted to be held without managing the moment. A child who wanted someone else to notice the cracks.
You were never meant to carry the emotional weight of everyone else. You were never supposed to be the bridge between storms. The peacemaker was not your personality. It was your protection, a nervous system strategy that kept you connected when disconnection felt unbearable. And now, as awareness settles in, something shifts. Not all at once, not dramatically, just a quiet permission to notice yourself again, to feel without fixing, to exist without negotiating your worth. The role can soften, not disappear, but loosen, making room for something gentler, truer. You were never broken. You adapted. And what adapts can also change.